The mercenaries are treating you nicely. I accidentally deleted mine. That's why I don't have mine. He had determination, vitality, aura. I'm quite upset. Hello and welcome to this video. Now, we are playing the ball lightning triggered by ammonia. However you say it. Ivory Tower. We were using this. I'll get to why I got that and why I got this. But we brought an Indigon because we picked up a jewel that was worth 2 div and also a scarab that was worth like 1.5. So I upgraded the chest plate to a 5 link because 6 links like 3 div and got the Indigon. This is very important. It reduces the cost which this builds up, and also lightning warp I have to have at level 9 at the moment. Just until we get a little bit more of everything. But I did do the first 2 as ball lightning with this gear. I'll get into the actual build. It does do, you can use this setup, and because I have 5 link blue and not a 5 link ivory tower, I use this as the example in the POB, and I'll show that. But yeah, you can use the ivory tower if you have a 5 link or a 6 link, obviously. And this is defense. Pretty much, if you don't want to use this or can't afford it or whatever, this is perfectly fine, does enough damage and increase. I get almost 10k energy shield instead of 7-9, and obviously if you have the ivory tower you get a decent amount by reserving your life. So it is, and lightning conduit in the hammer if you play ball lightning manual cast. It does do, I think the POB was almost 2 mil without any calculations done by the config. So you can do it. I did the memory with that setup, finished it all out, and then the last 3 memory bosses I did with more of this setup. Our damage was not, well, still isn't, but our damage was not great, but our survivability was. This will pretty much show everything about the build, that the positive and the negatives. This one map, because while we do have increased damage,
all pretenses and save yourself while you still can.
I was talking. Yeah, while we have increased damage, our defense is still pretty weak because I'm running purity elements to get the ailment immunity. I have this flask to stop chaos damage coming through and take me out when I'm over spending, because we'll get to it. So when we're like that, we're not really overspending. That's crafting bases. So yeah, we're not overspending like that, but if we're up against someone doing decent damage, we actually end up at a loss. Hit that. As you can see, our leech and yeah, I'm not doing anything but spinning, and we're staying up because we're leeching. Our shield's down now, and we can still take out most of the trash. So you could use the mana shield, no, arcane cloak, as a only a big guy type thing. We'll hit and I have this on cast when damage. So we do it here. Hit the flask just in case he got some chaos on him. But yeah, so against most things, we're okay. I'll try to find the exit. Here we go. The boss, which in the tower is obviously Brutus and... Oh! Yeah, that was me talking. I was trying to think of what the Chevron's name was. And I forgot to actually hit my cloak. And we died. But here's what it is. You do that sometimes. The memory guys, some of them are actually quite dangerous if we're at a weak point. Like if we overcast or something. I don't actually understand how we died that time, except for if we took a massive explosion, because the lightning warp, the one annoying thing you'll see, it sometimes has like extra bits, and yeah, we end up dying because we can't actually control our character. But this is showing the downs. We just went backwards, didn't we? This is showing the weakness of it as well. We are still trying to get the defense up and all that. So this is prime example. Huge damage, and then all of a sudden, boom, dead. Big. Oh, that's why. There's a rogue exile, and he's just wiping me out. Yeah, like not being able to do that is... If I had the mind spiral, I would have chucked that on. But yeah, any hints, tips, or tricks to actually be able to easily fix that issue? Okay. See, we're not leeching enough. Our mana was almost out, and then we probably would have died. Oh. But yeah. So we're pretty... For what we're doing, we're good damage. Can't really complain about the damage at the moment. It's the survivability that I would like to have higher. We should be able to just spin to win all the way down here. As you can see, all you have to do is just direct your guy around. He does all the work. So yeah, when it's all going your way and you don't run into anything that's crazy, like here, I'm going to have to be careful here. Something... Yeah, that was not me, that was the... that if there's any way to fix that, I haven't been able to find it. The extra like douche 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 douche, that has got me killed. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't expect things to be right there. So yeah. Any way to fix that, I'd be highly thankful. Because I haven't found a way to actually get it. Excuse me. Possibly a tanky rare. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I'll clean up the loot later. But this is where we're going to find out our damage. So yeah. Survivability. And the damage, we weren't leeching. We weren't actually leeching off him. That was the main issue. So yeah. Any way to fix that that's cheap and not just more levels. I'll skip ahead to when I get there. Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to try and move around more. But yeah, this is one of the big issues I have right now. Okay, get out of that. Lightning warp, stop it, please. Come on. Well, we have a little survivability. Okay. So yeah, when everything's firing, our damage is okay. It's when... Come on, leech off him, please. That lightning warp is highly annoying when it... Oh, we ain't... Can you please leech off the guy instead of lightning warp all around him? Oof. We got him if lightning warp cooperates. That hands are off. Yeah, that happens all the times. So if you know how to fix that, let me know. Because I haven't been able to find anywhere that tells me. So yeah, we got some of this stuff. Nope. Yeah. I've just been chucking any of that stuff like away. And for my own personal thing, trying to collect pretty much every unique. Just for funds. But we'll get to the... make sure we're away from everything. We'll get to this. Yep. This is the same tree, except, as you can see here, we are using a manual cast, a 5-link, and the hammer has lightning conduit of the heavens. Does almost 2k config. It's nothing. Nothing's in here. It's Guardian. If we go Arcane Cloak, it's 2.2. But I went and Sigil of Power 4 plus Arcane 2.4. But, oh, were we? Hold on. No, we're in sand. So yeah, 2.4. That is. Let's turn all that off. Mind Spiral. Rare chest plate. Not even like a super chest plate. Just something I picked up and slammed it with Alk. Shaper's Touch. Obviously, everything else that we had. Except for this I just was running just to see if more would drop for me. Gems are just nothing. Got this, which gives us obviously more mana. But yeah, it is purely another way you can actually play. And I'll just go through the skills for you. And yeah, so low life, same tree. And yeah, you can manual cast and go hammer. This is what we're running at the moment. Same tree as you can see. This obviously does a lot more damage. I'm out of the way so you can see that. Config, I do have this stuff up. I'll turn it off. 1.6 without Arcane Cloak. Arcane Cloak on 3.6. So the other one is a more guaranteed, pretty much without Arcane Cloak or anything else. But we're pretty much 4 mil DPS if we are Arcane Cloak and spinning to winning with Sigil of Power down. Nothing else is on or anything. We are always low life, so that should be calculated in anyway, but I like click on it. But this one, we are using the Indigon, Ivory Tower, and the rest the same. Except for this, obviously, to help us survive chaos. Pretty much the same setup, except for when we get to here, the Lightning Warp has to be a level where you can actually mana leech net positive. I will probably start trying to level by level moving up. Obviously Fury Elements for its perks. Clarity has to be level 1 because else we don't have enough life. So it has to be level 1. Arrogant, Sigil of Power on cast. And then we got the hit, mark on hit, and frost blink. This stuff is using up all our health to do it. And the Ivory Tower, 100 per 100 reserved life, the 30 energy shield. So it gives you a conversion of sleep. But yeah, we got up here. Obviously, if I want to use split personality, the best thing is to actually be over here, because that would just come down here and go straight to him. I'd have to like path down here and everything to actually get the same benefit. So I got to path across here, cut some bits out, and then split personality over there if I want. Just a bit of extra damage. This is damage. This is mana. So it increases our defense and attack, and that's why it's there at the moment. This is important once you go to the low life. Pick that up. That's 30% damage right there. Now, I do have some cast speed and stuff because we'll take it out. Our cast speed and damage is 3.5 mil. It goes up to 4 mil and 3.5. So yeah, not having cast speed pretty much takes 500,000 out. I could come down here for the little bit of movement speed as well. And as you can see, too much cast speed, we're going to lose 1.5 mil. So if I put these two on and then take these two off, 3.8 versus 4. So a little bit more movement speed or 200k and 20 dex, which helps as well. Now I do need to take these two and these two if possible. Once I drop some stuff bridging across. Excuse me. So yeah, bridging across, connecting this, and then drop some things. The gear is not super min-max. The 4.5 div total probably, and most of that is Ivory Tower and Indigon. The rest are not expensive, really. The upgrades I require are starting to get more expensive. Skill wise, I need to put quality on. I was thinking running lab to do that. Just sit there and just run, not even the one you had to pay. So yeah, just going here, and running one of the 3 free ones, because that way it's completely free. It's just your time you're spending to do it. So, or you can obviously do the go buy gems. It's like 2 for 1, like 2 chaos for one of these. So it's up to you whether the chaos is easy to you, so you just buy all the quality, or run the lab. There is a PoE lab, tells you the quickest way. And if you just run the first level, it's like level 33 or whatever. You just, and it's like 4 doors, and you're putting quality on. So there is always that if you want quality on your gems. Quality, depending on the build, quality is sometimes the be-all and end-all. Like in the inspiration, it's 34% less cost without the quality. With quality, it's 39%, and that is very important. Technically, I would want a 2120 for the 40% less cost. But yeah, the quality, do check whether your quality is actually going to give you a lot more damage. But yeah, this guy, and obviously, as I showed, you could swap it out for the Mind Spiral if you don't like the Indigon, or you can't afford it, and you get more energy shield, more survivability, and it plays the exact same way. I'll get the Mind Spiral out just to show that, not that one. Helmets. We don't need Frostblink or anything, but yeah. So we're spinning the wind, it's casting, as you can see, almost 10k. And then we do that, we're keeping it up because we don't have the Indigon on, so our recovery is actually way better. 10k, almost 10k, well, bit over 9k. And yeah, plays the exact same. So you can do that. You do lose some damage. It pretty much cut in half, so you get to about 2 mil with everything ramped versus like the 4 mil. So it's up to you if you want to pick this way or that way. In a tougher map or whatever, you might want to actually swap to that, but you can't mana leech. That's the only problem. And we mana leech to get it back with the Indigon, so pretty much your recovery has to be good enough to do it by itself, and then your damage big enough that you're not taking too much damage through there. But yeah, this was the pretty much the week. It's like 4 hours away from day 6, and then so I'll upload it on day 6, pretty much when day 6 starts. So yeah, this after a week, 4 mil DPS, which I'm not no power player or anything. I don't. How long have I played? That's a guy I brought the inspiration off. 2 days, 1 hour. In the 5 days. It's about to start day 6. In 5 days, I played 2 days. Because family and all that, can't really tell my kid, no, you can't eat. I gotta level up my character. I could, but I wouldn't. But but yeah. So I've only played 2 days worth of this character in the 5 days. So I think the progression for me is actually quite good. But any tips, tricks, anything like that that you found that works easier, better, as a like non-casual, casual sort of way to upgrade stuff? Because yeah, like the playtime, I do play when I can. I can't play all the time because family. But let me know what you think about the old man, and catch you next time. And do have fun, and hope the mercenaries are treating you nicely. I accidentally deleted mine. That's why I don't have mine. He had determination, vitality, aura. I'm quite upset. But goodbye.